Alrighty guys, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all of you tuning in still despite all the technical problems today. I'm GoDz bringing you today's GEST IDC coverage. Joining me is Mr. Blue. How are you doing, man? How are you feeling?
Oh, not bad. Kind of bummed out. Orange lost the first game, but well, I hope they at least win this to force a tie.
Yep.
Tie for this matchup.
Yep, speaking of Orange, we're in the game now. Orange versus Execration. We've got Orange on the Scourge side. On the Sentinel scene is Execration. And I mean, I don't really know a huge amount about Execration. I've watched maybe four or five of their games by now, so I feel like I know about their playstyle. But the actual players, it's not like a team. They're not really a team like Orange, who every single player you can say their name and it has some kind of meaning to it. So it's interesting to see how a sort of lesser known team matches up against such a star-studded team.
Yeah, definitely. But Execration has had quite a reputation in Philippines though for placing pretty well.
Yeah.
So I guess we can probably see some good games.
Yep, and I mean, as far as Dota 1 goes, I mean, for me, the Philippines Dota scene is only behind China. I mean, it's just, they have so much depth in their teams, and they have so many strong teams, and they're still playing a lot of Dota 1. It's just
and they have weird strats, very weird strats sometimes.
Yeah, and they go into an international level, and people are just like, what are they doing? What are they picking? But it's the stuff they use every day. They play against each other so much, so they all kind of like learn from each other. And then they go up against sort of the European teams, or even against other teams like Orange and Mith.trust play very standard. At least on like compared to the European teams, it's very similar kind of play. But the Filipino teams is just something completely different. It's hyper aggressive. They just go all in for kills. They don't even care about pushing towers. They don't really team fight. It's more just like chase a hero so far until he dies, and then worry about what to do next. Even if you suddenly find yourself near the enemy's fountain or something.
Guess we should talk about the picks and bans then.
Oh, I don't know. I don't like talking about... We can. I don't like talking about picks and bans. I don't know. What do you... I think Templar Assassin has become sort of a trademark Filipino hero. They love sending that as a solo mid hero, and it fits their style so well. Like, it's aggressive, like in the mid game. It kind of needs those items early on. They can just send it mid and then just have it bottle crow to get those sort of early farm and early items up. I don't know. What do you think about Orange picking up the anti-mage? Are they going to be able to hold out till anti-mage gets farmed?
Not too sure about this. I mean, I guess we need to see the rest of Execration's lineup first, but I think they can. Like, if they're laning it properly, I think they can. Depends on who's playing it as well. I think who's their anti-mage player?
Oh, it would not just be... Well, I guess Mushi is playing more the support roles. It could be Yamata. He did play the farming Chaos Knight last game.
Yeah, but I think KYXY is the better farmer, I think, so I guess.
Yeah, last game we had KYXY on the side lane solo Batrider, I believe it was, with... Well, I can't even remember what I was watching. Yamata on this Chaos Knight, soloing the bottom lane. Mushi was soloing the mid lane, and then they had the ES being played by Winter. You doubted his ES. Do you? I mean, after losing last game, do you still doubt it? I guess.
Was he playing ES last game?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see how it went down, but.
Well, Winter doesn't seem to play such a good ES to me. Like, I mean, he's a great support player, but his ES doesn't seem to be that great to me for some reason.
Yeah, man. They're pro players, but you can still flame them because everyone tuning in knows that they're still 10 times better than us.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's more like constructive or not really flaming. It's not even flaming, but it's more saying when you say something like that, it's more like saying, okay, he doesn't play it as well as he plays his other heroes. Like you see him play, like I've seen Winter play Batrider and like win games for his team. And then you see him play an ES, and it just doesn't seem to have the same impact, I think.
Yeah. Like, I guess, to put it simply, Winter kind of have a limited hero pool. Like, the ones that he can play really well.
Yeah. And we do see Tiny being picked up by Orange, so... interesting pickup there. That's more sort of the kind of hero you think Filipino team's picking up, but they're going to go with the Slather in exchange, maybe just to have that Tiny... as a hero to solo mid against the Templar Assassin. I mean, that's an unusual matchup. I don't know I mean,
Well, Tiny will get really raped by that Templar.
oh, I mean, I don't know quite how, because the way the Avalanche works from Tiny is it's not like one burst of damage, it's more like heaps of mini damage stacking together, so maybe Avalanche gets rid of the refract. I'm not quite sure how that works, because I'm not sure if Avalanche is lots of small damage ticks or if it's one damage tick, but it could be able to get rid of the refract. With that said, who knows? Maybe he can refract the entire Tiny combo.
Yeah. Well, let's see what the last picks are.
Yep, and I do need to fix my little screen here, unfortunately. What have I done?
Looks fine to me.
No, I had a bit on the right side cut off, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all fixed now. It's all fixed. Alrighty. But yeah, so the Team Execration pick up the Slardar, and that means they're going to have Slardar, Templar Assassin, Queen of Pain as their their three core heroes, their three farmers. They'll pick up a support hero last, such as the Vengeful Spirit, Ancient Apparition, sorry, it's gone. So there aren't actually that many support heroes left. There's the Vengeful Spirit, there's the Witch Doctor, Shadow Priest, but they're sort of running a bit low on support heroes at this point. They're going to have to go with kind of like the bottom of the barrel of what's left. And Orange, they've already picked up the CM and the AA, two heroes who can play support, although we may be seeing AA as a farmer or as a solo lane. And they're going to go with the Darkseer last pick. So that's definitely something interesting. Yeah, I agree. It's not really a hero that they're known to use much. It's definitely a hero I'd never seen any of the Filipino teams pick up, but it's really interesting. I don't know how you see them laning this, but I mean, Anti-Mage, they probably want to put in that safe lane at top.
Wow.
Tiny can go mid and maybe Darkseer at bottom, but I mean, CM, AA, Anti-Mage, that's a lot of sort of squishy supports around the Anti-Mage. They can sort of help the Anti-Mage farm up early, but they're going to become under-leveled and under-farmed themselves. And I see in the mid-game, CM and AA may get on the feed train very quickly.
Oh, I think that's how they're going to pretty much lane it, I guess. Tiny mid against the Lion or Templar?
Lion. Oh, it's going to be Templar. I think Lion is being played as a support hero here. Yeah, almost definitely being played as a support hero. I mean, it's Templar Assassin could go to the safe lane, but I think they want to put Slardar in the safe lane with the Queen of Pain just soloing up top. Unless they may just want to do tri-lane versus tri-lane, because Queen of Pain against that tri-lane is not going to get any XP, and they may just put the ES Lion and Slardar tri-lane top, and put Queen of Pain bottom against Darkseer. And I think Queen of Pain can do fairly well against... I mean, I know Queen of Pain can do fairly well against the Darkseer. Similar to the first game, which was when Queen of Pain went up against a Clockwork, where it was iZone versus Stars Boba, and Queen of Pain destroyed this Clockwork. It's a ranged hero with a lot of harass against a melee hero. You can really shut it down well.
Yeah, and his skill set is pretty good to kill off push, leash, and stuff.
Yeah. And we're going to see who's playing who in just a second. As over on the Scourge team for Orange, we've got Mushi playing the Anti-Mage. Not sure what you think about that. We've got Extinct on the Ancient Apparition, Yamata playing the Darkseer, Winter on the Crystal Maiden, and finally KYXY on the Tiny. So yeah, Mushi on Anti-Mage, is that the right call? I mean...
Yeah, that's pretty much what I pretty much thought. Like, I know KYXY will definitely go for the Tiny, because he's been known to play some really good Tiny during his MUFC days, and I was either thinking Mushi or Yamata would go for the AM, but yeah, that's not surprised. Winter would definitely go for the, this Crystal Maiden, the support role, and the rest are pretty much, I expected this.
Yeah. I think, I know, back in the Gosu Cup when Orange were playing, and they didn't have Yamata playing with them at the time, Mushi was almost always playing the carry role. He played a lot of Anti-Mage, he played a lot of Morphling as well. He would just play the hard carry role, and it was basically a 4 protect 1 strategy. But with the new lineup, with KYXY there, it's no longer really 4 protect 1. Often Mushi is left to sort of farm on his own, and they sort of make the game more revolved around their solo hero, so Tiny will have a bigger impact, which is a much, I think, a stronger style of play. Playing 4 protect 1 is just too passive and too sort of, you're sitting back too much. Yeah, I mean, it's boring, but I just don't think it's effective. I mean, there's a reason it didn't work out for them, and they only got somewhat decent results there. I mean, I think they made it into the playoffs, but not that far. It's not the best style of play, and they've brought in these new players. I mean, Yamata and KYXY are two players who can shine on their own in solo roles, and it takes a lot of pressure off of Mushi, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. You should introduce the execration players.
Oh, I'll leave that to you, man. That's all you.
How can you forget? Okay, well, I'm not too sure who these players are, but I'll just go through their nicks on you know what they have.
Yep.
So wait, where am I? Oh yeah, I'll pull up the screen. So Biho AD will be playing the Lion. Kabute will be playing the Slaughter. JYC playing the ES. Doc playing the Queen of Pain, and Templar Assassin will be played by, how do you pronounce that? Nolat?
Nolat? Yeah.
No,
the G is silent, I'm pretty sure. At least
Nolat, yeah.
typically. It's like Gnome. And yeah, Templar Assassin is up against Tiny in mid lane, and early on, gank coming in from Earthshaker, or at least, well, not so much a gank, but just some harass, as he does get the fissure block and some right-click harass, but I'm not going to bother Tiny too much. It is just going to make him use some of those tangos up. And Queen of Pain is heading towards the bottom lane, but they had the Queen of Pain top, and I mean, it's just that's an impossible lane for Queen of Pain to do anything in. But they really wanted that Slaughter bottom to farm, but as a result, this anti-mage is going to get completely massive very, very quickly, I feel.
Yeah, like right now he's already free farming top. Like there's no one going up top yet, and he's getting quite a lot of farm.
Yeah, he shouldn't be missing a creep. There's no one to contend, and whether or not they maybe send that trailing towards top is yet to be seen. But Queen of Pain is actually gone to his own jungle, and he's using the tree. He's basically abusing the trees there to jungle. He's killing that centaur slowly in the sentinel jungle. And that's going to get him some XP and farm with using that level 1 blink. So it's a bit of a cheeky little strategy he can use. But basically...
It's kind of funny.
I think it's funny, but at the same time, what CM should be doing, once CM hits level 2, CM needs to get level 2, but then CM can head mid, and you'll have both Frostbite and Nova, and CM can look to start ganking. And, I mean, CM... because anti-mage doesn't really need levels as much as farm, so CM should be perfectly okay with just going and taking some XP here to get that level 2, just so you can go gank. But Ancient Apparition actually only has an illusion at mid. I don't know if Orange realized that there's no one top, because CM and AA are just sitting in the jungle here, waiting for someone to come.
Yeah, I think they expect someone to be coming right now or something, but no one's coming up, so it's just free farming.
And Queen of Pain now using the crow to get vision, and is going to do the same thing again. And that is just funny.
Wow, that's...
Oh no, he's messed it up. They're running away. They're actually chasing the courier by the looks of it. I'm not quite sure what happened there. That is
coming back.
is an interesting way to play the Queen of Pain, and this is how you jungle Queen of Pain. It's very slow. You just want to get as much damage as possible, which is why you see he dropped his tangos and bought an extra branch just to give him more damage to help him jungle faster. More damage, more attack speed. And just going for it, jungle. And the problem is going to be that CMAA have now left. They're smoking towards bottom. This is what they should have done maybe a minute ago. They're a bit slow in doing it, but they've got the right idea. And they're going to maybe look for this Slaughter, possibly even the Lion, to get a kill at this bottom lane. As the smoke actually wearing off now.
I guess they were still waiting for someone to come out at top, so they didn't pop the smoke that soon, so... And, well, now it's too late, so...
Yep. Anti-Mage at top has his Ring of Health. In this kind of game, he should just be going straight for that Battle Fury. This is one of those games where if this was Navi playing, they would have just bought Midas. Midas first on Anti-Mage. Because when you free farm that, he would have that Midas in 4 minutes, and the Midas would pay for itself. And I actually think Midas would have been good here on the Anti-Mage. Because there's no one to contend for farm. He doesn't need that. He doesn't need that regen from the Ring of Health. But we're going to see initiation at bottom lane. They're going on the Lion, and Lion will get frozen. One more hit's all that's needed. Yamata gets the kill. CM almost gets counter-ganked, but not going to happen as Slaughter just trying to get out of there. He's actually in a bit of trouble. The fissure from ES will help keep him alive, though. And I have to say, not looking good for Execration. I mean... then most of their lanes are not going all too well. Top lane, I mean, they gave up. They just said, okay, your top lane's too good. Mid lane, Tiny versus Templar Assassin, fairly one-sided. Templar Assassin, that's the one lane Execration are doing well in. But at the same time, the bottom and top lane are just not doing well at all. I don't know how you feel. Do you think this Templar Assassin can impact this game enough?
Yes, I think it can, because to me, Templar's a pretty good carry hero if he gets her hero, no, her, whatever, her, whatever, his items up, and I think he can, well, if he gets a Desolator and stuff, he can pretty much rip through the anti-mage very easily, so I think that could work in their favor if it goes well, like something's going on in it.
Yeah, Tiny is going to get found. Impale as well. Oh no, toss backwards. Is it going to be enough? Oh, great play from KYXY. That was very good. Lion got another hit off, but it wasn't enough. He needed one more, and he actually survived that. So, Templar Assassin not doing enough damage. I have to agree, though. Sorry, yeah.
He popped his salve in time, so that's why he survived.
Okay, yep. I have to agree, though, Templar Assassin, physical damage is probably the best counter to an anti-mage, so maybe it will be enough in the mid to late game to take him down. But if you go late game where anti-mage gets really big, Templar Assassin, it's not so much you can't fight the anti-mage, it's just anti-mage can kite you around with the blink. And in mid lane, KYXY, this time the gank does not fail, but Lion living on just 10 HP, CM is trying to chase, gonna give up on that, and just AA does manage to take out the Templar Assassin in return, so a 1-to-1 trade at mid. Tiny not gonna be too happy about that, but in the end, not all that bad for Orange. And top lane, Anti-Mage, well, blinking really far in. Once the Queen of Pain getting right-click down, the level 3 Queen of Pain. That's the problem, Queen of Pain just... you see full HP Queen of Pain and think, oh, Queen of Pain's fine. Queen of Pain is full HP, but Anti-Mage blinks and hits 2 or 3 times, and suddenly Queen HP is half HP and no mana because of the massive level difference.
I think Mushi could have probably gotten Queen of Pain if he went for it.
I mean, he had the ultimate. I don't think it would have done about another 150 or 200 damage with the ulti, but he would have had to use another blink into the tower, and then it would have cost him a lot of mana and a lot of HP. He might have got the kill, but he would have ended up on red HP in the enemy base, and this time he is going to go for it. He gets a couple hits, he has the ultimate, and there we go. Fairly straightforward, and I'll do the latency again, I guess.
We should probably save, right?
Yeah, I probably should.
Should I save?
It's alright. I got it. Okay, maybe I don't. Yeah, I do. Alright. Need it. Alright, there we go. Latency 50, all good to go. And yeah, Anti-Mage getting very, very farmed. He's got Treads, Ring of Health, and I imagine he'll go for Battle Fury. I'll be surprised if he goes for a Vanguard here. This does not seem like a game where he needs that Vanguard as a first item. He's not really being touched at all. And his opponent right now, the Queen of Pain, has no way of really harassing him at all at level 4. So, I mean, the way this Anti-Mage is farming, I have to worry, because Templar Assassin is 43 CS, does have the 1 death as well though, but 60 CS on Mushi at 8 minutes in. That is massive.
Yeah, definitely. Like, if you look at Tiny, he's going for a quick ulti instead of going for the 4-4 build.
Yep. I think that's what a lot of European teams have started doing in Dota 2, I know, and bottom lane, Yamatar does go down. The 3-man stun combo do manage to get the kill. And yeah, quick ulti, because it does give bonus movement speed, which is partly why it's so strong. It also makes your toss do more damage, so what a lot of Tiny players are doing is maxing out toss first and getting ulti at basically at level 6. So your toss does more damage, and you're sort of more reliant on tossing in ally heroes, like you maybe toss in an ally Tidehunter or someone tanky, rather than relying on the combo, which you can't really use until you get Blink Dagger, but often at level 7 you won't have the Blink Dagger, so toss in it on its own does actually more damage.
I guess that makes sense.
Yep. And Anti-Mage, he's getting really close to this Battle Fury, which is a bit of a worry, especially for the Sentinel team. And meanwhile, bottom lane, Slardar. I mean, Slardar's another hero that can actually deal with anti-mage. They've got both Slardar and Templar Assassin. That's two heroes with with big minus armor spells. I mean, the amplified damage and the meld both lower armor by a huge amount. So, I mean, they've got the heroes that can deal with an anti-mage, but whether or not they can deal with an anti-mage that is this farmed, I don't know. I don't know what you think about that, but I have to worry because anti-mage is going to get too farmed too quickly.
Well, they should have probably tried and gank anti-mage by now, which might give them a better advantage. I mean, not better advantage, give them better chances during the mid to late game.
Yeah.
But they aren't doing it now, so that could cost them a game when it comes to the mid-late game.
Yep, and bottom lane we do see a stun, a toss on the Slardar. Slardar going to get the stun off. He's going to sprint his way out. I think he will survive this. KYXY taking a lot of damage on the tower. He will have to bottle up in just a second. And does do so, does survive that. Slardar as well though, ring of health on him, so he's going to be quite alright to keep healing up. Top lane, Antimage is doing some, not ancienting, neutraling. Templar Assassin invis on top of him. This is the gank you've been waiting for. They've got the stuns, there's a fissure, there's a hex, the huge damage coming out from Templar Assassin, and they get the kill on Mushi. This is what Execration need to start doing. And that's going to get them on the board. Queen of Pain still quite far behind. Queen of Pain takes an AA ultimate, will go down at mid lane, and that is unfortunate as Execration was starting to look good. They got that kill at top, they avoided the gank at bottom, but then Queen of Pain does go down at mid lane. And so far, I mean, looking at the scoreboard, Anti-Mage, as said, leading the farm by a fairly reasonable margin, has 74 CS, 33 denies. His teammates, though, don't have anything close to that. 36 CS on Yamata, 22 on KYXY at mid lane, and KYXY's opponent at mid lane, the Templar Assassin, has 50 CS with 22 denies. Huge play coming out from Extinct. Gets another kill, but does pay for it with his life. Anti-Mage wants this Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain has no mana for a blink, and KYXY with the toss will get that kill. And they are not done, maybe. They want this Templar Assassin. They're chasing, but Templar Assassin, quick phase boots, will just scurry away.
Yeah.
How do you feel that like Orange are doing? I mean, they're up 8-4, but is their advantage really that big based on their heroes?
Right now, probably. Like I said, the Execration really needs to get some farm on the Templar Assassin, and Templar Assassin is the more important one, and they're not really doing that well on their game. So yeah, again, I think that will cost them the game as well.
Yep. So right now, you'd say Orange have the edge with this anti-mage, or?
Yes, I think they do. Like, they got a kill on ES again, and I think they're going on Templar Assassin right now.
Yeah, they're not going to get the second kill. The DD on the Tiny, giving him a huge amount of damage. Templar Assassin's actually going to go for this. Needs to be careful, because the Cold Feet with a stun would not be very fortunate for him, especially under the tower. And Tiny will back off. Tiny with 1,500 gold, getting closer to that blink dagger, but not quite there. And he's going to come back in with that DD rune. Just get some more farm at the mid lane. Bottom lane, Darkseid, Yamata, haven't really looked much at him and how he's doing. He's actually got Arcane Boots and has Vanguard in 50 gold, so he's actually really quite farm. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing very well, considering. Has he died yet? I don't think so.
Has he died yet? No, he has not. Oh, he's got one death. He's just...
One.
Yeah, but that's not really, I mean, too much of a worry as Darkseid. If you've got your Arcane Boots and Vanguard up at 13 minutes as a solo against a tri-lane, you're doing quite alright. I mean, he'll start making maybe a pipe after that, or even just go for an Ag Scepter, and that's going to give his team a lot of sort of useful utility items, especially those Arcane Boots, and then he can just act as sort of a hero to stand in front with that Vanguard.
Yeah.
Queen of Pain is TPing into the bottom lane. This, for me, the big problem for the Sentinel team for Execration is this Queen of Pain is just so ridiculously underfarmed, and that is going to hurt him a lot as we see Yamata gets found by the line. The Hex, the Impel, toss goes on the Slardar, and will they get the kill? No, Slardar going to survive. AA Ultimate coming in, going to just miss. 1-for-1 trade. Slardar going to thank his lucky stars. Wow. If that Slardar went down, that would have been really good for Orange, but what resulted was Yamata going down for a Lion kill, and Lion, the support hero, not really worth that. Tiny, though, ooh, there's the combo, but it gets mostly dodged. He mostly dodged that combo with Refract, and Templar Assassin,
Yes.
massive damage, yeah. Wow. That's the power of the Templar Assassin. As soon as you get those phase boots, and you get sort of level 8, level 9, level 10, it's... your damage output is absolutely massive. If you combo that with a stun or two, you can take heroes down in like a second or two. It's just ridiculously strong. The Templar Assassin weakness is that he's very prone to getting disabled. Here you see mid lane again. The Fissure, 1 hit, 2 hit, needs 1 more hit. He does Magic Wand, and the 3rd hit does come as Nolat picks up another kill. Templar Assassin seems to be the hero of the day that is just going to be so successful. Every game I've seen it so far, it's had great success.
Yeah, like, what was the game that you casted before?
iZone versus Stars Boba, I believe.
Oh yeah, that was the hero of the match, definitely.
Yeah, that was some scary stuff. Just how much damage it did. I mean, it's not even like they had massive items. It's one of those heroes that can, before you even get any items, just with max meld, max refraction, you get huge damage, and it's physical damage. So a lot of heroes, you get items like, or you pick heroes like Anti-Mage who don't really take much damage, and Templar Assassin says, hey, I don't care, I can just lower your armor and right-click you. And mid lane we see an exchanging of blows. They want this Lion. Yamata gonna go in. The shadow effect is there. It's gonna wear off in a second. And Lion, oh no, thinks about going in, but decides, hey, I need to get out. I need to go heal. And Orange left alone at mid lane as Execration do need to heal up a bit, but I'd say Execration are a lot better off than they were before. But bottom lane, Queen of Pain used the Magic Wand, saves him. He's gonna have to blink again, but depending on what level his blink is, he should be okay. Although, the Anti-Mage is much faster than him as he does blink downwards. I don't know if that he wanted to blink that way. He's going to TP. It's going to be close. Oh, the blink is just a bit too late.
Close.
Yeah, and I mean, Orange, who were looking really good early, I don't think they're looking as good anymore. I mean, Mushi is obviously farming fantastic, but this game is quickly going to turn into one of those games where they're going to rely on Mushi to carry them because the rest of his team are starting to struggle.
Yeah, like, and that Templar Assassin has 3 kills to his name already, and
yeah,
that's gonna be a big turning point for Execration this game.
2 seconds. Okay, and yeah, they're sort of slowing things down a bit. They've got Slaughter at top. I think Execration know that even though Anti-Mage is getting farmed, they've got heroes that can. I mean, that's partly why they just didn't even send any heroes top. They just said, okay, we don't even need to send any heroes top because we've got heroes that can beat the farmed Anti-Mage because the Templar Assassin and the Slaughter, and maybe that's just what they're going to be relying on. And actually, it probably should just realized probably should save.
Yeah.
I'm the worst saver ever. I don't know how commentators survived in Dota 1 where they have to save as well.
And that is why we have all moved to Dota 2.
Oh, it's so much better in, well, the actual way it works with auto saves and various other stuff, having multiple observers. I remember you're like, oh, I'll come co-cast with you. I'm like, oh, there's me and there's also a referee in the game usually. And we are going to see a gank on mid lane. The blink's coming in. Slaughter picking up a fast blink. Sorry, Slaughter and Templar Assassin both have blink daggers. That is huge. Execration at this point, having just picked up 2 blink daggers on their team, have so much ganking power, so much catching power, and they're going to really use that to great effect. Tiny finds Slaughter, though, needs 1 more hit. He is going to get it, as Tiny has a blink dagger of his own. And that is going to see both teams now. I think the action is going to start rolling in, because both these teams have their blink daggers. They both have sort of aggressive heroes that want to be getting kills now, because they can't really push towers on their own. They don't have strong pushing lines, and Tiny finds a line, takes him out instantly. KYXY, pretty spot on here, and Anti-Mage coming in with the Battle Fury Treads. And is he... I don't think he's going to go in on this. No, he's not. He's just going to... They're going to focus down this tier 1 tower if they can.
And Mushi already has a Yasha up, but yeah, that gives him more attack damage, but I mean attack speed, but I'm not sure if that helps.
It'll definitely help, because then it can also then transition into that Manta style. Manta style is going to be very useful against Templar Assassin. If Templar Assassin blinks in, you can use the Manta style, instantly drain all his mana. Queen of Pain ulti at mid. Mushi blinks out quickly, but KYXY does go down, and that is the power. All those blink daggers and the Queen of Pain with the ranged AoE nukes as Yamata doing all he can to just get out of there. I think he's going to go down. The minus armor. That one Templar Assassin hit did about half his HP. With the amp damage and the level 4 meld, one hit took about half his HP off.
Yeah, that's why I was saying that these two heroes would be the core, the turning point for Execration if they do it right.
I almost feel that Anti-Mage needs to get evasion as quickly as possible.
Hold on.
That's okay. And mid lane, Anti-Mage looking for the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain's actually out of mana here. And, Anti-Mage blinks in, gets hexed immediately. The Impale, is there a finger? Anti-Mage pops the ultimate. Oh my gosh, Queen of Pain surviving red HP on one hit. And that Queen of Pain is redeeming herself for early game mistakes. Queen of Pain outplaying the, basically baiting Mushi to some extent there. And we'll have another save. 20 minutes in. Are you still with me?
Yes, I am.
Did you see that?
No, I missed that.
Oh, it was epic, man. Anti-Mage chasing a Queen of Pain with no mana, and Lion just pops up, and they just like, it's a Lion and Queen of Pain. They don't really do much right-click damage, but they basically chain-disabled Anti-Mage and right-clicked him down, and Anti-Mage failed to kill the Queen of Pain by like 10 HP.
Yeah, I saw the Queen of Pain blinking out with like 10 HP. I was like, wow, that was close.
Yep. And bottom lane, KYXY once again finding kills for himself. This time it's on the Templar Assassin. That's an important kill. But they are going to, looks like they're going to trade it for a top tower. Slaughter running in, pops the blink, but not going to stun anything and turns around. Going to say, let's just get this tower.
And they're dewarding pretty fast for Orange. Like they dewarded one on top.
Yep, they have, and TP coming in. It looks like Orange want to either fight or defend this. Tiny has a blink dagger. Yes, needs to stun. Too late already. He's already going down. The stun toss combo, and that is the power of Tiny being able to instantly take out those heroes. Lion in trouble as well. Toss, I believe, will finish him off. No, there's not going to be a toss. Oh, there is going to be a toss, but it was a bit late. Anti-Mage picked up the kill. And they're going to look to keep on pushing this top lane. Mushi not happy that he got picked off there. Well, not so much picked off, but not happy that he got outplayed by the team Execration there. And he wants to get up that Manta style and keep on pressuring these lanes. I think picking up a Vlad is going to be a great item choice here for Anti-Mage as well. He needs that plus armor, and that gives plus armor to all his teammates as well. Up against heroes like Slada and Templar Assassin who are relying on physical damage, that plus armor from Vlads will be so useful. And we do see ES TPing in, looking for a kill. Meanwhile, mid lane, KYXY. This is what I'm talking about. This new roster from Orange, having KYXY on there, they're not so much relying on Mushi and waiting for Mushi to get farmed. They're doing things without him. You see KYXY picking up some kills and having a nice impact on this game.
Definitely. Like he's doing so well with his Tiny.
Yeah, I feel like he was just a great addition to this team. I know that they had fairly good success when they had Clanton and who was the other player? Yeah, Nick X. They did fairly well, but they were just missing something, and I think KYXY brings that something to the team.
Definitely.
And mid lane, it looks like Orange, they grouped up a bit, looking to make something happen. We haven't really seen that Darkseer big wall yet, Wall of Illusions. And Templar Assassin farming some neutrals, does have Blink Dagger. And you're going to have to be a bit careful here because Orange may be looking to smoke or at least venture into the opponent's neutrals. They've got a mech up on the Ancient Apparition. I think they're ready to fight, or just about ready to. Oh, Winter. Poor Winter. Life of the CM. He went to D-Ward and just got blinked on and instantly like wiped out. Like he's like, okay.
Yes, almost has his blink as well, so that could turn things around. Like he's like 20 go off, 10 go off.
I mean, I'd say this game is still very much in the balance. Both teams have their options to still win the game. I think I'll have a quick look at the farm. Anti-Mage has 143 CS, Templar Assassin only 93 CS. So Anti-Mage is out farming everyone, but they've still, regardless of what items Anti-Mage have, they've got the heroes who can bring him down and do some, actually sort of fight him in the mid to late game, like we've said. The issue is going to be the supporting cast, who can sort of help, which supports can help lock down their opponents, which team can sort of catch off opposing heroes more. And that's going to come down to map control, much like we saw there with Winter where he got picked off. He's like, oh, I'm going to go D-Ward, do my job, but finds himself on the receiving end of some blinks. Yeah. Life of a CM. It's not fun.
Yeah. And Queen of Pain is he's doing pretty well right now, considering that he had a really bad early game. He already has his ultimate all up, and I think he'll be going for that Lincoln Sphere next, so I think that could help.
Yeah, and he's level 12. I mean, just being level 12 when he was really under-leveled early on, and he's caught up to the Slada, who was sort of playing in that safe lane. So he's caught up. He's doing well. He might be going for a sheep stick, but I want to say sheep stick for the anti-mage, but I might not be, depending on what he prioritizes, the survivability or the sort of ganking and catching power. Anti-mage has finished Manta style though, so that's going to give him a lot more survivability and also just sort of the ability to do a lot more in these team fights. Because if Templar, Assassin, Slider go on him, if he mantas, he can instantly drain all their mana once he manta styles, and that's really going to hurt those heroes a lot. And especially if he picks up something like a Vlad's next, which is going to give him a lot more survivability. Bottom lane, Yamata.
But if he pops his... Oh yeah.
Sorry, bottom lane Yamata finds himself getting ganked, but Extinct picks up one kill, Mushi picks up another, and this fight going all Orange's way as Mushi is coming in with that Manta style, and Yamata picks up another kill, and Mushi still chasing Tempo Assassin completely out of mana, does not stand a chance here, will go down. There's nowhere for him to run, and it's 4 kills for Orange. The only survivor is that Slada Kabuti, and he's going to just run the hell away from there. This anti-mage tiny combo is looking pretty scary.
That was a good team fight that got off, which they really needed to...
Slada gets found. Slada trying to do some cheeky neutraling behind Orange's back, but Orange just find him in those neutrals, and that's pretty much a team wipe. Maybe not all in one team battle, but all 5 heroes just died in the space of 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think right now the balance it's tilting slightly to Orange right now. But Execration is still in the game, but it's in the ball. It's in,
Yeah, I totally agree that up until that team fight there, I think the game was fairly even. I think Orange had more options because of having the more farmed anti-mage. They could sort of push Execration around the map. Oh wow, Tiny actually finds the ES at top. Not only does he find the ES, Mushi picks up the tower and a kill. And yeah, I totally agree. The game has shifted towards Orange's favor now with that fight there. It's not over. Execration still have the heroes that can make a bit of a comeback here, but it has become Orange's game to sort of, they're the puppeteers now. And it's going to be up to the Filipino team to do something about it and break free of their chains.
Yeah, and Templar Assassin already has his Desolator up, so that will make a big difference in the team fight.
And mid lane, Extinct AA gets immediately wiped out. Yamata goes down, he's put up the wall though, and Mushi picks up one, KYXY Tiny picks up another. Winter goes down though, so far only 2 heroes up for Orange, and that is going to cause them some problems. Mushi is on the run, he's picked up an Eagle Horn, but he's at red HP, the minus armor. It's just made it so that they can do so much damage, take him down so quickly, and KYXY, full HP, hasn't been touched, but at the same time needs to be careful not to get caught because 3 Execration heroes are alive and they've got Blink Daggers, so he needs to be careful. That Desolator doing a lot of damage there, and we saw, Mushi survived that fight on red HP because of all that minus armor and physical damage that they did to him. And at this point he is going to be farming towards that butterfly. He's got 700 gold, so he still needs another sort of 2k gold to get that. But that's going to help a lot. I don't think any of these heroes can really go MKB to counter it. I mean, at this point Templar Assassin can't afford to go MKB. She needs to get a BKB. And Slada, you don't really think of MKB as a viable item. He's going for that BKB first. The MKB, or Monkey King Bar, which makes you able to attack. Makes your attacks never miss. You can go through evasion that the butterfly gives you. It's basically the counter to butterfly, but it doesn't really suit all heroes, and it does not suit these heroes on the Sentinel team, which could become a bit of a problem once Anti-Mage gets that butterfly up.
For sure. Yeah. Did they go for Roshan? No, they didn't.
They're thinking about it, but I think they're just too scared. They're scared because they know Execration right now have the ability to fight them. And I mean, if Execration can get Roshan, that'll help them massively. Not to mention they could kill Roshan in like 2 seconds with all their minus armor.
And Execration smoked up, all 5 are smoked up. Gonna try and catch someone up.
Yep, they're looking around. And they're kind of heading the wrong way, though. They need to head up. I mean, even towards Roshan. They could just go into Roshan now. I don't know if Orange would expect that. They're going to go through bottom lane, so they're going to go for the tower. Or at least maybe see if anyone TPs to defend it. I don't think Orange will defend it. They know that everyone's missing. They're going to see that all 5 heroes are in fact missing, so they're just going to be playing this as safe as possible. Yeah, they get revealed at bottom. They're going to let the tier 1 tower go down by the looks of this, and then maybe defend the tier 2 tower. But they have popped the glyph, so they may look to go in here. They need Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage can TP in. He could TP right into the middle here, and the Darkseer needs to initiate. He needs to go in first. The Lion pops the Finger of Death on the Crystal Maiden, not going to do anything. There's the Darkseer wall, and the tower's down, but here come Orange. Orange, Yamatar gets instantly popped. Winter in trouble in the middle. Yamatar as well, red HP, Cyclones himself, trying to keep himself alive. CM ulti does some damage. Yes! Stunned. Needs to lock down Mushi. Mushi gets hexed. Mushi gonna go down. Great fight from Execration, a team wipe, and I don't think Orange have buybacks. Mushi has this eagle horn, so he has buyback. He's got 2.5k gold. He was getting closer to that butterfly. He didn't actually buy the butterfly, but that goes to show that is the power of this minus armor strategy. They're going to go for Roshan, which I think is the smart decision here.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, they should go for Roshan, but they should also get these tier 2 towers at mid and bottom, because there's 5 heroes dead. But they're going to get Roshan first, then maybe if there's time, go for those tier 2 towers.
I don't think that, well, they would have time, but their heroes are pretty low on HP.
Yeah, they don't want to risk it. They want to just make sure they get Roshan, which is more important. AA Ultimate's actually going to come in. It's going to just miss Lion. So I had found some of his teammates. It would have been very, very ugly. So yeah, I think it was smart going for Roshan. Roshan matters more than those tier 2 towers at the moment, because they can get those tier 2 towers later, but if Orange take Roshan before them, then things get bad. And yeah, the AA Ultimate actually was up as they finished Roshan, so there wasn't really any time to take those towers with them on such low HP. Quick look at the farm. We're seeing on the Sentinel side 120 CS for the Templar Assassin, has Blink Dagger, Deso, and currently 1k gold. Maybe some items on Courier. Have a quick check of that. Lincoln Sphere has been finished on Queen of Pain, who has reached 100 CS, and yeah, BKB is being built by the Templar Assassin. He's almost finished BKB. He just needs one component left. ES with the Blink Dagger. Same goes for Slada. Slada trying to finish a BKB of his own. He's got the Mithril Hammock, just needs the recipe. So 2 heroes on the Sentinel team about to buy BKBs. That could turn this game around. Not to mention they just won a huge team fight. That just showed them. That gave them a huge boost of momentum. Not to mention a boost of confidence, as they now probably thinking, hey, we can do this. We can take this Anti-Mage out. Even though it will be a lot harder when he gets that butterfly, but I think it's still possible.
I don't know. I don't think the butterfly would be such a big impact on Orange's game.
Yeah, I mean, it helps to see Anti-Mage survive, because they do so much right-click damage, and they're all about, I mean, if the Slada and Templar Assassin are the 2 heroes that can damage the Anti-Mage, so I think Evasion just counters them well, but he's still only got 1500 HP, and if he gets disabled by the Lion and the Slada stuns, he's going to die. They're going to hit him enough that he dies. Like, even if it's basically like having that 30%, 35% evasion is basically the same as giving him like more HP. So let's say he has 2.5k HP and no evasion, you can still kill him with all that minus armor. So despite having evasion, he's still very killable if they can chain disable him, and that's going to depend on where his teammates are and the positioning and how these team fights go down. Whether or not there's a big Darkseer wall, whether or not the CM, the AA can get their disables off properly. And AA, I mean, isn't going to have a huge impact in the late game. Same goes for CM. I think the problem here for Orange is that their supports aren't supports that are going to really back up the Anti-Mage well, whereas the ES is a great hero to have going into the mid to late game to back up the Templar Assassin and Slada. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to doubt whether Orange are in control of this game.
They aren't. They definitely aren't in control right now, because Like, well, Execration has the mobility to run around, and they have the better support hero to disable Orange's team. Like, how many chain disables do they have? They can go for Slaughter stun, and Lion has 2 stuns or 2 disables and everything else. So I don't think Orange is in control.
Well, not
both are smoked out.
Not to mention ES, and we are going to have a clash here. Slaughter blinking in, misses his stun completely, needs to pop the BKB, hasn't actually bought his BKB yet. Extinct takes out one, and BKB is popped by the Templar Assassin. Slaughter a bit out of position. He's just sort of wandering around a bit like a lost chicken, and in the end, Orange will walk away. Can they walk away? KYXY in a bit of a bad position. He does blink out. Same goes, well, actually, that's not Mushi. Mushi over here. So Orange only pick up 1. That team fight was rather anticlimactic. I was expecting something big, but the BKBs were popped and the Dark Sea Wall went down, but in the end, Orange couldn't kill much, and Execration had a really bad team fight there, I feel.
Yeah, like the Orange pretty much retreated before any big damage could be done on them. So I think Orange had the well, it's not really a team fight, but they had the upper hand from that fight or something.
Yeah, well, I think Execration fought really poorly there. I think they were lucky not to lose more heroes, because the Slaughter blinked in and stunned nothing, and then just walked around, didn't really know who to hit, wasn't really in position to hit anyone after he did such a bad blink. And I feel Orange could have maybe cleaned up there if they played that a bit better, but the Orange themselves must have not had the best team fight either, because I didn't see quite how they initiated. But in the end, I think Execration will be happy with that fight, that they didn't lose more.
Yeah, and I think Mushi was farming the Ancient Creep, so they don't really have much. They don't really have a hero that can help clean up Execration's hero. Yeah. So I guess that's why they retreated fast.
And Slaughter is getting closer to that BKB. I think Slaughter's got that BKB in 150 gold. That's what he really needed that fight. I saw him blink in, miss the stun, think, oh crap, he needs to pop that BKB, needs to find a squishy target like the CM or the AA, but he didn't actually have the BKB, and that sort of made him panic. He panicked a lot. But now he's got the BKB. Queen of Pain has Lincoln's going to be going for an Ag Scepter by the looks of it, or even a Bloodstone. We saw Bloodstone first on Queen of Pain earlier today. I don't know if you saw that game. But,
I saw that game.
That was something new. That was a first for me. I've never seen a Bloodstone first Queen of Pain in a competitive game.
I've never seen Bloodstone on Queen of Pain in a competitive game at all. Yeah,
I've seen it in pubs and in like in-houses, like sort of semi-serious in-houses, but never in a competitive game. So that was kind of cool. And I think it worked. Like, I think it was a cool item to get. Like, it was actually, it worked. I mean, it wasn't like the best item, but it was definitely good.
Yeah, because in that game, the Queen of Pain was sort of like the carry. So if they had the faster respawn time and everything, it worked well for them.
And there was just non-stop action as well. So having the mana and the mana regen and the quicker respawn kind of worked, because there was just so many kills happening. And also, if you die, you heal your teammates around you. It was just one of those games where it just felt like, hey, Bloodstone actually kind of works. And they didn't have massive disable. Bottom lane, though, Anti-Mage, is he going to get changed disable? Wow! That Templar Assassin. Anti-Mage went from about 3/4 HP to 1/4 HP in one attack, literally, it felt like. That was massive damage outburst, and that's bad news for Orange. I have to say, Orange need to start worrying. Mushi does not have buyback gold. He's dead for 70 seconds. Mid lane, they're looking for a kill. They're not going to find it. Queen of Pain actually blinks out, and that was a kill that they probably wanted to try find because they needed to get something. They lost the Anti-Mage at bottom, and now Execration are going to just get their push on. Anti-Mage is dead for a minute. They're going to at least, they don't know Anti-Mage has no buyback, but they're probably thinking, hey, let's at least make Anti-Mage buy back. They're going to find out he has no buyback, and then they might just try push.
I think they're going to push mid, top. Top. And that tower will go down so fast. If Templars Desolate on.
They haven't got the Queen of Pain with them, which makes me think they're only going to get this at this tier 2 tower. They don't want to go for Rax yet. If they want to go for Rax, they'd bring the Queen of Pain. They're going to go in with the pipe and initiation from Slaughter, BKB, ES ultimate. They take out one KYXY. The Tiny goes down instantly. So does Yamata. This is without the Queen of Pain, and that was a huge fight for them. Mushi still dead for another 15 seconds. Easy tier 2 tower for them. Slaughter will walk away with red HP. Slaughter had the Aegis there, so they didn't really... Execration were never really in any doubt of that team fight, and that was just poor decision making from Orange once again. I mean, as a fellow orange, as an orange fanboy, I mean, this is not looking good for you, Mr. Blue.
I know it's really looking bad. And Queen of Pain is finishing off his eggs, like he's flying out the components and stuff.
Yep. Yep. Queen of Pain at that mid lane has properly caught up, and
Slaughter's getting another regain.
Anti-Mage, well, bottom line, Anti-Mage pops a BKB. I didn't quite see what happened there, but something happened that forced him to use a BKB. So Mushi with a huge amount of farm, but the problem is BKB doesn't help you when you get caught, because if they chain stun you, you don't get to cast the BKB. And the problem is, for Orange, is they have no heroes that can back up an Anti-Mage. Late game, your support heroes, you need heroes like Vengeful Spirit who can swap Anti-Mage out, ES who can blink in and just initiate on everyone, sort of to basically make them get off the Anti-Mage, but none of their heroes can really back up the Anti-Mage, apart from the Tiny kind of can. I mean, he can blink in, but he can only really go on one hero. The Darkseid can run in and pop the wall and vacuum, but at the same time, that's not really, it doesn't quite do the same thing as an ES does. And you can see that Orange are struggling to keep this Anti-Mage alive, or to even allow Anti-Mage to do enough damage in these team fights.
Yeah, definitely, like, he's just running around doing nothing, pretty much, the Anti-Mage.
I mean, what the Orange are trying to do now is just play a pushing game. They just don't want to fight. They're going to have Anti-Mage solo pushing lanes, and they're going to be looking to just avoid any team fight. If Execration go to push bottom, Anti-Mage will go push top. If Execration go to push mid, Anti-Mage will go push bottom. He's just going to constantly counter push a different lane, and the mid lane will see a gang. In comes, they take, oh, the Amatag goes down almost instantly. Even the ES buying back for this. Slada in a bit of trouble though, does have the AA shatter effect on, but luckily the BKB is there. Anti-Mage forced to blink out, and Extinct goes down. That's the AA, as well as the as well as the Darkseid. Tiny gets cycloned into the air, needs to blink out, not going to manage to do so, forces himself into some neutrals, has the blink dagger, going to just TP, and he gets bashed. Slada finds him, bashes him, and they pick up another kill, so 3 heroes down. Roshan is back up by the looks of it, but that's not going to matter for Orange, who have 3 heroes down. They did force a buyout from the ES, who they did kill, but huge team fight. Once again, Execration. Oh, man, these Filipino teams, they just seem unstoppable.
Well, Karaxo I didn't really get bashed, because ES was there and he told him, but that's a small. But,
and
yeah, Execration looking in a good form to win this game right now, so...
This is AM, like, not as strong as you'd expect him to be, especially in Dota 1, where there's all these heroes you can just use against Anti-Mage. I mean, the Templar Assassin pick is...
The Templar Assassin pick was a very smart pick.
I feel like the summary of this tournament is going to be Templar Assassin is just the hero to pick. Every team who's used him so far has been doing it to great success. Largely the Filipino teams. I think being able to bottle Crow with him is sort of necessary because he does get harassed a lot, and using that bottle Crow allows him to lane against hard heroes. We're going to see a Demon Edge on this Templar Assassin. He's going for that MKB, so that's going to give him that true shot, meaning he won't miss when attacking the Anti-Mage with Butterfly. Anti-Mage's doing the smart thing, counter pushing. Basically, he's going to try force TPs back and force Execration to come defend this top lane, which they're going to do. They're going to back off, because if they push mid, Anti-Mage will push top. And Anti-Mage will TP back now and look to maybe even take Roshan here. Actually, no, I'm not sure.
Roshan's already down.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Roshan. Oh, yeah, Roshan just died. What am I talking about? I was watching Roshan die 30 seconds ago, and we are going to have another save about 20 minutes after. About 20 minutes after. Yeah, 23 minutes since our last save. Luckily, there's no. I feel like I almost shouldn't save, because by this point it's like, why are you saving now when you didn't save 10 minutes ago? I feel like a bit of an
like
idiot.
Toby says, safety first, and Anti-Mage's going down so far.
Yeah, and yeah, they go in, they blink in with the BKBs. The Tiny Stun not going to do anything. Anti-Mage goes down. Winter does manage to pick up a kill. They take out Biho, and they're on the chase. ES needs to get out. They're chasing down KYXY, the Cyclone on the Slaughter, and this is looking okay for Orange. They picked up 2 kills. They lost the Anti-Mage, but Anti-Mage is bought out, and this is the opening for Orange. They need to find those kills. They used that Darkseid wall, though, to make sure they won that fight, and now they need to make sure they can push. They need to get racks here. I mean, if they don't get racks here, they're in trouble, I think.
I don't think they can get it in time, since... What Well, yeah, I
Slaughter
don't think
still
they
has
can do it.
Aegis. Slaughter still has Aegis, so he can. I mean, if necessary, he can go in later on just to stall them, slow them down. Queen of Pain is pushing mid. I like what Queen of Pain is doing. He's going to force them back as well. But Anti-Mage does have a lot of pushing power. They're going to pop the glyph to slow down this push even more. But I mean, Queen of Pain pushing mid lane. That, as said, this is a smart decision because they want to stall. They don't want to team fight until they're at full power, which isn't going to happen for 30 seconds. Templar Assassin, excuse me, can't buy back, and that is. I mean, this is a tough point in the game for Execration. This is where it's going to be do or die. They need to play this next fight right. This defense here has to be spot on, and they need to play it slow. They need to be willing to lose the tower in exchange for the racks. They're going to go on Mushi though. He gets forced down. He gets cut down to red HP. He pops the BKB. No bash from Slaughter. Else he could have been in a bit of trouble there. And Yamata is going to be the one on the receiving end. Gets pretty much fissure blocked, and there come the bashes. The Hex. He's going to go down. Yamata. Oh, sorry, not Yamata. Mushi sends his illusion and almost taking out the Slaughter. Not going to do so. Mushi TPing back, defending the mid lane. And wow, a successful hold. They almost even killed the anti-mage.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it was a good hold, but I wouldn't say Execration got the better trade there.
But at the same time, they were just looking to stall. They just wanted to make sure they didn't lose their racks because Templar Assassin was dead. Like, that was a 4v5 fight. So for them, that was, I mean, as far as they're concerned, they're quite happy to not. They didn't really get. I mean, they got the one kill on Yamata there. I mean, but any kills they get. It's great. They defended their racks in a 4v5 push, so they're now going to be able to farm up their next items, group together, and be ready for the next fight, wait for their BKBs, and sort of position themselves so in the next fight they don't get torn apart by that Darkseer wall again.
Yeah, and MKB's almost finished on Templar. I think he's like 200 gold off. And
yeah, he's got one javelin, so he just needs the next one. But they're just going to focus down this tower, and Orange aren't really ready to go in. Where is the Darkseer? Where is the Anti-Mage? Anti-Mage TPing now. Darkseer is dead for 2 seconds. That's why they feel so safe doing this. Darkseer now back, will have that ultimate. They're going to get this rack, so before Darkseer is even there, maybe AA ultimate coming in. Anti-Mage goes in, pops the BKB. He's fighting with the Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin trying to get out. Anti-Mage doing so much damage. Is amped now, though, so needs to be careful. He can't overextend too much. The BKB is worn off. They're going on the Templar Assassin. The Anti-Mage ultimate does no damage. He refracts the Anti-Mage ultimate, and Anti-Mage goes down to a right click from the TA. This is huge play coming out from Nolat. He's gotten the kill, he's survived, and the Queen of Pain picks up a kill. CM going to go down as well, and this is going completely wrong for Orange. The defense of their Ancients is not a successful one, and this is going to be a mid-racks, possibly even game over with 4 heroes dead. They can get bottom racks, they could go for the throne. There's so many options here. Darkseer is just running bottom. Like, that Anti-Mage he wanted that Templar Assassin so badly, but he ultied and it did no damage because of the refraction.
yeah, that was like the worst luck ever. Well, not really.
I wouldn't say, I don't know about luck, man. I don't think you can call that bad luck. I think that's just outplay and getting, either outplay or just a mistake coming out from the Anti-Mage. And Templar Assassin just turned around and said, screw you, I'm just going to right-click you down, and Anti-Mage just died. The huge damage coming out from the Sentinel team. And Slaughter's going to have a BKB now. We're going to have an MKB on Templar Assassin. The damage outburst from Execration now is going to be massive. And not to mention the fact they're up 4 racks, which is going to give them complete control over this game.
And Slaughter's getting his assault done right now.
Yep.
And that will cause a lot of problems for Orange.
Yeah, it really will, because they're so reliant on. Well, I mean, it's more the Sentinel team that are reliant on using. Okay. It's more the Sentinel team that are reliant on doing physical damage to actually kill heroes. They're not really about spells. They're using those physical damage to get kills. So items like Desolator, Assault Caress, it's just spot on. It's what they need. They've got the disables coming out from the Earthshaker to keep heroes locked down, and then throw in these items, and it really is an effective synergy between their heroes and their items.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at this item Queen of Pain has.
Where is he? No, hold on. Wow. That is gonna.
Oh, he's gone on the CM. Ethereal Blade, ulti. Oh no, see, Queen of Pain. Is Queen of Pain gonna die here? I'm being trolled.
Wow.
No, it's not going to die. But this Ethereal Blade, I don't think it's a very good item. It's more like a gimmicky item. It's kind of trolling. I don't know about trolling, but it's definitely not a good item. But it's interesting, something different nonetheless.
I think that item is only useful on Morphling and no one else, pretty much. That's why I think about it.
I think there's some games where late game, like I've seen Shadow Fiends get it, and I've seen a few heroes that do in fact go for it, and some have some success. But getting on like a caster hero, it's just like, I mean, sure, it's for the anti-mage mostly. Like you can use it both defensively and offensively. So if anti-mage goes on you, you can use it to stop him from being able to attack after the BKB is worn off, and there is going to be an initiation at top. Anti-mage pops his BKB, and that's going to be 55 seconds. No BKB now. The Darkseid Wall is being used as well. This is going to be a worry for Orange. They're going to, I mean, they're looking to push, but they're pushing without BKB on anti-mage and without Darkseid Wall. They can't push here. They're not going to be able to push this. BKB on anti-mage is only 50-second cooldown, so that might actually be up. But the Darkseid Wall is much longer cooldown. So someone is saying Ethereal Blade only in Pinoy Gaming. It is, man. They come up with the most. I mean, Bloodstone Queen of Pain, Ethereal Blade Queen of Pain, and just the most obscure stuff. I don't know if you saw last tournament where there was a Keeper of the Light, Nerubian Assassin, and Naga Siren tri-lane. It was the most obscure tri-lane I've ever seen, and it just works. They put this stuff together, and it doesn't work because the heroes are Imba or the items are Imba. It works because it has synergy with their draft, and we're going to see Lion blink on Mushi at mid, Impale, Hex, Finger. They need more stuns. It's not going to come. He does manage to BKB and get out of there, but now here comes Queen of Pain. He's gone on the AA. AA Extinct in trouble. There's the Lion using the mana drain just to get some of that mana back, and the chase is on. They want more kills. There comes the Queen of Pain with the Shadow Strike. Darkseid still running away, but this is not looking good. They've already lost two. They've lost both Extinct as well as Winter. The two supports are down. Sure, it's only the two supports, but what remains is a 5v3 fight where the two supports on Execration have a lot of disables. Lion and ES, two of the heroes with some of the highest disable count in the game. And they are going to jump on the Tiny. Tiny forced to Cyclone himself. The Darkseid Wall goes down. The Hex on the Tiny. Going to see him go down by the looks of it. And Tiny goes down. Orange's chances in this GEST IDC March are getting slimmer and slimmer as the time goes on. This could be it for them. A second loss in their group is going to be enough probably to knock them out. I mean, they will have a third match coming up, but this is not good for them. And Anti-Mage goes in, picks up a kill with the ulti, picks up the Templar Assassin. Slardar going to go down, so they're holding. I think Execration made a mistake. They went for the throne when they could have gone for that top Rax, and Anti-Mage fighting back. He's got the Reaver up, he's got 2.7k gold, and Execration on the back foot just for a bit. They need to regroup. The push does not succeed.
They could have gone for the Rax anyway, since their top tier 2 are still up, so they couldn't.
Oh, yeah. Yep, no, very true. But definitely a bit of overextension, and I think they just saw the finish line and said, oh, we're almost there, let's go. But they just weren't quite ready for it, and they stumbled. And we're going to see Queen of Pain at top lane with another point booster, so he's going Skadi as well.
And, I like Skadi on...
Yeah,
Queen of Pain,
I think Skadi's nice. Like, going into the late game, it gives you an extra slow, especially because late game you actually get some nice attack speed as a Queen of Pain, because you get so many stats from items like Ags, and even if you go like something like an Orchid, you get lots of attack speed. So getting Skadi with the high attack speed and the slow is pretty useful.
And well, this Queen of Pain has an Ethereal Blade, so that increases his attack damage, attack speed.
Yeah.
I guess it makes a lot of sense.
So the Skadi Ethereal Blade synergy combo. I don't know about that one. I'm not convinced, but it'll take a bit more convincing from Execration's Queen of Pain player. But they are going to go this the Anti-Mage at top lane. He doesn't want to use that BKB. He has it if he has to, and he does pop it, but he's taking so much right-click damage. One more right-click from TA will be enough. He is going to survive. The mech goes as well. Whew, that was close.
That was close. That was a nice flavor extinct there, popping off the mech at the exact right time.
He was going to live anyways. I think he after he blinked, they couldn't kill him anymore. So I don't think the mech was necessary, but you may as well mech.
Queen of Pain could have blinked in and try and kill him off. I think he would have died actually.
See, the Queen of Pain had just blinked in to sort of catch up to him. It was more like Anti-Mage had just blinked after the Queen of Pain blink, but yeah, it was still nice. And they're going to see, oh wow, a huge insta-kill on Winter at mid lane. The Ethereal Blade, that is the power of it. Ethereal Blade comboing with the Lion and the Queen of Pain AoE. Holy crap. And,
there goes the third Roshan.
Yeah.
Is it the third? Fourth, third.
Third Roshan, it's going to have cheese. Man, look how fast they kill that. Look how fast they take out Roshan. This is 54 minutes in the game, and this is how much damage they can do. That just shows how easy they are killing this Anti-Mage. When they can kill Roshan that quick, you know, and a hero like Anti-Mage is in trouble. And I mean, sure, an item like Heart gives him a lot of HP, but I don't know if it's going to give him the survivability he needs. Same goes for the BKB. Yeah. He's against physical damage. I don't know what a BKB does there, but I don't know what item you would get as an Anti-Mage. I mean, maybe go for one of the newer items, such as the Abyssal Blade. I mean, for pure DPS and bash. There's just no item really that can make this Anti-Mage work against these heroes. The problem is the support heroes on the Central team are having a bigger impact than the CM and the AA, the Scourge support heroes, and they're going to go on the Anti-Mage again. The finger goes, the BKB is popped, but the right-click damage is more than enough. They take him down. The bash from Slaughter with the right-click damage from TA, and they're going on. Queen of Pain does get taken out by Winter, and AA, one more hits, all that's needed. He goes down. Meanwhile, Tiny takes decrypt by the Queen of Pain. Sorry, not Queen of Pain. Templar Assassin gets tossed away, and we're going to see ES popping down the fissure. Hits a few, but they do see the advance no longer following, and the throne is going to be the target now, as Templar Assassin picks up another kill. Winter goes down, and this throne is in trouble. Is this GG? Orange need to go in. Anti-Mage is dead, and this is going to be game over. Orange, they pick up a loss here. Execration. I don't know if I'm a bit shocked. I mean, I believed Execration could win this, but with the way Mushi was farming and how Orange were doing, I didn't think they would do this.
Yeah, but then it was back to the Templar Assassin. That was the winning hero for Execration.
It really has been. Every game it's been picked, it's been a game-deciding hero. And it has produced some awesome stuff.
And well, I can say that my predictions were correct. Oh yeah.